Here we are at the Lava Show in Reykjavík. The Lava Show building is easy to find, and there's plenty of parking right outside. Inside the Lava Show, the waiting area feels warm and inviting, with comfortable seating and even a bar where you can grab a drink before the experience begins. The Lava Show kicks off with an introduction from a volcanologist. He sets the stage by explaining what you're about to see and why lava behaves the way it does.
They use it to protect your eyes against radiation from the sun. Sadly for him, there's very little sun in the back here. But there's that, again, the hot furnace, and it also does a very great job at protecting his eyes from that heat. Now another little side effect of it is that it's also very good at protecting his eyes from camera flashes. I don't have that luck. So for me, please turn them on. You can flash at him, doesn't matter. Oh, maybe he likes it. Well.
Next, the Lava Show continues with a short film that takes you through Iceland's volcanic history. From the early eruptions that shaped the island to the eruption that shut down air traffic across Europe. It's a powerful reminder of how active and unpredictable this landscape can be.
Volcanic ash has caused the worst disruption in air travel since 9/11.
The infamous eruption in Eyjafjallajökull in 2010 is another eruption worth mentioning.
That's actually steam created by lava bursting up through the glacier.
It put Iceland in the spotlight big time. The massive ash plume that rose 20 kilometers into the atmosphere brought air traffic in Europe to a standstill for days on end. More than half the volcanoes in Iceland are covered by glaciers, and whenever lava gets in contact with ice, it results in violent explosions that fractures the lava into superfine particles that rise high into the air and can ignite the engines of airplanes. Not a risk you would like to take. After 800 years of sleep with no volcanic activity, the Reykjanes Peninsula has awakened yet again.
Then comes the highlight of the Lava Show. Real glowing lava is poured right into the room. The volcanologist walks you through its incredible features: the heat, the sound, the way it cracks and flows. Watching molten rock up close is absolutely mesmerizing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Look, feel it.
So as the lava flowed over a block of ice, you can see those little bubbles start to form. In nature this would be very big explosions, but of course we don't want that here. So instead we have little bubbles. When this lava flows off the edge of a cliff or gets picked up by the wind, then we form these very fine fibers, and we see some leftover bubbles. And these fibers, these are called pellets hairs. I do see a flash over here, there and there, so if you could turn it off, it would be great. So these are called pellets hairs, after the Hawaiian goddess of volcanoes, Pele. Over here, we are in Iceland, so we don't have any pellets hairs. Our own Hawaiian goddesses, we do have pellets hairs. So here instead they're called nornahaur, or witches' hairs. Well, why is that? Well, that's these things, they land up all over the landscape, and the sheep and the horses, they eat them, and they get very sick. So that's why here it's not seen as the work of a god, but more as the work of a witch. You can see just how liquid it is. Here we can still see it flowing very fast. Can make some more. There we go. And now what we also start to see happening is that over here the lava is starting to move slower at certain places, and what's starting to form is called a lava tube. So the lava is forming a crust around itself, and that crust is keeping the lava inside insulated. So that's why over here we don't see it moving anymore, but over here we can still very clearly see that molten lava come out of the channel. So it's flowing through a lava tube. And over here, it's most likely a little bit warmer than it was when I did the first hairs. So you can see, they're a bit more liquid. So, let's get this off. Or not, that's also fine. Make some more hairs. Now I do have a big chunk of ice here on the side as well. And do we want to see what happens when I throw it on the lava? Yeah? Perfect. So, let's put that somewhere over here. Put some pressure on it. Of course it's ice, so it very quickly starts to melt. And a lot of the steam goes up, but some of it actually goes down into the lava, and it will create bubbles. So let's see what's going to happen. You can see the whole front of the bottle is basically blowing up a little bit like a balloon. See on this side, swelling up. So that's all that steam from a block of ice finding its way in, and then trying to find a way out again, and the dust devil just blowing it up until it finds a good way to go out, and it just pops, and then all the steam goes out. You can see, it's getting pretty big. Don't worry, nothing will happen. We'll just pop. There we go, and now most of our ice has melted. And you can see underneath where the ice used to be, it's now pretty solid. However, over here in our channel, and also in front here, very clearly, there's a steam, of course. But if I pop a hole in it, anywhere, let's see if I can pop a hole. Well, you can see there's underneath there some molten lava. Otherwise, it would not be this sticky anymore. Exactly. So the lava tube is basically also this, where you get an empty space in the lava. Now, how liquid is it? Well, I got another way to show you that. I can just go underneath here, fold it over, and of course all the steam got out, but you can also see that the liquid lava starts flowing out. And there we got some of our nice liquid lava right in here. So you can see some really nice hot lava. There we go. We got some more over here, but you can also see that very quickly it becomes sticky again as it cools down. But I can still make some belly hairs with this. Now we can also go underneath it. I'll start on this side. I can just lift the whole bottle up like this. Then you can see that liquid lava starts flowing out. There we go. It flows out on the bottom, forms big blobs. And if we go to the other side, I can show you as well. In the meantime, let's take some lava with me. And you see just how liquid it still is on the inside there. And then we go on this side, underneath it, lift it again. And you can see all that lava flow out of the channel. Sure. And like that, it's like molten cheese. Very bright yellow glow. Very nice and warm. Let's get some of this as well. There we go. You can see just how liquid this still is. You can make some more Pelle's hairs before it cools down very quickly. And then probably get stuck on the stick. Let's see. There we go. It's getting pretty toasty. Now I can also go under the channel here. If I then lift this up, you see rather than breaking, it's kind of bending. And that's because also in here there's a lot of molten lava. And if I lift it like this, a lot of that will start moving down. And actually it flows into our bottle, and there it will just chill in there, and then we can leave with the empty tube. So all the lava under gravity flows out of the tube, and then all you're left with is just the empty crust around the outside. This lava is pretty warm, and I got a few ways to show you just how warm it really is. But before I do that, let's bring this down a little bit. There we go. That's better. I'm going to put some covers on the lava over here, because very soon you'll hear it start making some popping noises. And that's actually the lava building up pressure inside. And at some point the pressure gets too high, and the lava kind of fails, and then it makes a crack or a little pop, and it can send a little piece of lava flying. While you guys don't really have to worry about that, I'm standing right next to it. And those pieces either tend to end up in my shirt or down my butt crack. And as you can imagine, I prefer that not to happen. So we put these nice covers on to stop that from happening to me. So,
That'd be hard.
and the last two. There we go. Now you can also hear that suddenly it went very quiet in the room, and that's because the furnace has now been turned off for the night. So that one is now on power saving mode. So, now to show you how warm the lava is, I got two ways. One is a bit more fun than the other. So which one do we want to see first?
Fun.
Fun? Perfect. So I got some tissues with me. And if I just touch them on the side of the lava here, you'll see nothing happens. But the second I do this, they catch on fire. And I can put one on here as well. See just how hot that really is. There's a second one there and immediately it's gone. And let's put one on in here as well, that's nice and warm. See, the second it touches, It catches on fire. Let's put this one next to it so it stops smoking. And let's put one more right there. And see how quickly it goes on fire. Now for a less fun way, it's too interesting. I got a heat gun and I saw some nice hot lava in here. Let's go there, measure the heat next to it. Well, let's get it a bit more out of the way. Want a nice hot lava that's underneath this little ledge. There we go. So there we have the very bright orange glow. And if I measure the temperature in there, it's still 850 degrees Celsius in there.
After the lava show, you exit through the gift shop, where you'll find some unique souvenirs made from actual lava, a perfect way to remember this one-of-a-kind experience.